Hey everyone, Jordan coming at you from Denver, Colorado. I wanted to come at you to talk to you kind of what to expect from the boot camp and just see if it's something that you would be interested in. So the first thing I want to tell you is my goal is to empower you to live a better life. So I was thinking about it, and I've noticed too that a lot of people live their life on autopilot, which is kind of why I wanted to create this Wake Up and Stop Sleepwalking Through Life group. One of the things I noticed in myself personally was I would be doing something like driving to work, and I would just kind of space out. I would obviously, maybe not obviously, but I would do it in a way that I knew where I was going, and that's why I was spacing out. And I wasn't doing anything purposeful. I was just kind of going. Another example is when I wake up, I will find myself scrolling through Facebook. And again, that's another autopilot thing. I don't think about it, just kind of do it. And then it starts creating comparison, because what you're doing is you're scrolling and you're seeing other people. And then you're like, oh, I'm not as pretty as that person. I'm not as thin as that person. I don't have as much money as that person. And instead of filling yourself with happy, positive, you're starting to talk to yourself negatively, right? So the purpose of the boot camp is to kind of stop that. It's to stop living the autopilot life and start living with more purpose. Now, what does that mean? Maybe that means to you that instead of just walking somewhere, you're doing it with purpose. You're not just walking there. You have a purpose to walk there. You just have purpose. Or maybe that means spending 10 minutes outside, or doing a workout, not only doing a workout, but doing it outside, or just something you wouldn't normally do, having a conversation with your significant other, something that you actually have to think about doing with a purpose, and not just doing it as a, hey honey, how are you? Good, how are you? And then let's watch TV. Again, another thing that's like an autopilot thing, because you don't have to think about it. You're just kind of doing it. And I don't think that is always the healthiest thing to do. Yes, I understand people need to relax, but I don't think that's always the healthiest thing to do if you're doing that 24/7, which is very frequent for people, and they just don't realize it. So the purpose of the boot camp is to help keep you accountable, right? So we'll be there. There will be me and another coach, maybe two other coaches who are going to be there to help cheer you on, to help with any advice you might need from us. We're also there to walk the walk with you. We're not just gonna throw you into something and then be like, yeah, do it. I'm not doing it, but you do it. We're doing it with you. And I think that's really important too. There's a lot of things you see that you don't see other people doing it with you, and that's where people get stuck. So these boot camps are to help you be in a community with people who have the same purpose as you. They have the same goals, maybe different goals, but the same self-care goals, I guess, if that's how you want to look at it. So the groups are really great. They help you stay on track with everything. I have had great feedback from them. People feel more positive because you're in this community instead of scrolling through their feed where there's a bunch of negativity. The groups are filled with positivity, encouragement, so that you fuel yourself with that. So you're doing that, you're working out, you're eating well. All of this stuff is going to add up, and you're going to feel great. Whereas if you just keep eating like shit, you keep just turning on Netflix and binge watching, and you just keep not having those meaningful conversations, not only is you and your body going to suffer, but your relationships are going to suffer. And that's kind of what I want to help with, just you being better. And I'm not saying you're a bad person now, but I do think that these help immensely. I didn't realize it before I started doing these groups that I needed them, but they do help me be a better person, a better fiance, a better daughter, a better aunt, all of that stuff. So I'm really excited for you guys to check this out. Make sure you watch videos 2 and 3, and then you make sure to contact your coach so we can get you started in the best way possible.